What? What's up, man? It's another episode of the Hoof podcast here on the Cover One Network. I don't. Are you happy to be here? I don't know if I'm happy to talk to our fans and like
That's right.
go through therapy, but I'm not really happy to be here. I'm not ready to talk about this game. I mean,
Mm-mm.
I feel like I just got broken up with, which is rare. But I feel like dude, I feel like somebody just told me they don't want me. Like
That's right.
I'm in the bed, I'm crying, I'm watching Golden
We're
Girls, but you
mm-hmm.
can't watch Golden Girls because you think of Betty White. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Iron Man, but he dies, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life right now? I don't even know. Like this one is just it's painful. This is pain. It's
Yeah,
pain.
it really hurts. And I see some comments in the I'm still sick. I am still COVID positive. I watched the game alone, but on FaceTime with my brother and a few people, which was nice. But yeah, isolating in the house, isolated in my loneliness and painfulness from this game and from the sickness. It certainly has not helped. And yeah, everything you said is true. It really, really sucks. We're just so invested, and the people who aren't don't get it. You know what I mean? My wife's like still, oh yeah, haha. Sorry they lost. Great. Okay, see you tomorrow. It's like no, this is painful. It hurts because this is also new territory for us. This is a Super Bowl caliber Buffalo Bills team. We are better. I would argue our team is better than everyone remaining in the playoffs right now. We were in a better place. This was our year. We felt the same way last year. It was destiny. It was our year. It felt right. We all got hyped about it. And in a lot of ways, this hurts more than going 8-8 or 7-9 and not making the playoffs.
Well, because the
It sucks.
expectations are
Exactly.
set, right?
That's what I mean. This is totally new territory for us who are seeing that this is a team that should get there, that should be there, that should be winning the championships, and they didn't. And that's what makes it hurt that much more. It just sucks, and it's a new feeling, and it's something to get used to. But the only reassurance is we know this is happening next year. Count on it, and hopefully it happens in Buffalo rather than in Kansas City, because I think that would change things. And you never know. Each year it's going to be different. This matchup was certainly different than the one last year. And you got to still get over that hump. You got to prove you can beat the team that's been there 4 straight times now, Kansas
Yeah.
City Chiefs.
So because we're family here, let's go ahead and Azor says to all who come on, we got a real one. It hurts, and I'm still not over it. But Alan is that dude. He's right.
That's right.
Jason, what's up, man? I feel like we all need to cuddle a little bit and feel better. Damn, that hits hard. That one cuts deep.
Yeah.
That one cuts deep. There's no way Josh doesn't bring it home for us at least once for us. Dusty, you're absolutely right there.
Him alone. I mean, he almost did it in this game. That was the worst part for me too. Like I tweeted out after the second with 13 seconds left score, how many times does Josh Allen need to win this game? He just won it like 3 times in a row, and that still wasn't good enough. And like, come on, this guy is putting you on his back. And what I said in the Cover One chat afterwards, after the game, was, I don't know how those defensive players go to Josh Allen and look him in the eye. How do you look Josh Allen in the eye after that game? Like, you did everything you could, and we let you down. We sucked. We did not do our job. We lost this for you. And I mean, I'm sure that builds relationships in a way, Next time we are going to win it for you because you won this one for us and we let you down.
Let me play devil's advocate here. How many times do we have to have this conversation?
Exactly.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
We did it with the Hail Murray. The same exact, well, not same, but the stakes were a lot higher this time. And how many times as Bills fans? 4 straight Super Bowls. Music City Miracle. Leotis McKelvin fumbling on Monday Night Football to beat the Pats. Losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers and missed to their second stringers and missed the playoffs. Like, how much agony and last second pain, and not to mention Tony Romo beating us on Monday Night Football. Like we can go line by line by line by and man, this is rough. This is freaking, it hurts. It hurts. And you know what's crazy, man?
What? Something good, I hope. Something positive.
Dude, I'm gonna
give me a positive twist on this, I hope. I'm there's enough of the negative for sure, but
I'm gonna put a little bit of my personal life on the show here in a second. Okay. I'm uploading something here, and let's keep it in the family. I ain't putting nobody on blast with this, but I feel like it's so like it's needed. Okay. So I'm gonna let y'all in a little something. My son, he's 11 now. Okay. And since my son was born, he's Bills all the way. Like, we started this early. Okay. And my son's watching the game, and he's with his mom. Yesterday, I was their day, or Sunday night, and he calls me crying. I'm talking to him and like, son, it's gonna be okay. Like, this is what it's like. We go through these hard moments, and what I get a text message from his mother. And I'm gonna put it up here. Look at this. I'm so mad at you for getting him hooked on this terrible team. He is so upset.
Come on.
And I'm like, and she's a Pats fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's a Pats fan, and she's dead serious. She's literally mad at me because my son loves the Bills like his dad, like his pops. And I'm like, you get that, and then you go into work on Monday, and all your people from work are like, oh my God, Sterling. You would have thought a member of my family died. They were like bringing me gifts and food, and oh my God, Sterling, we were cheering for you, buddy.
I had friends tag me on Facebook and say that, like, I really want the Bills to win just for Anthony Romeo, right. and like tagging me, and then we're like, oh shit, and I'm like, yeah, thanks guys.
It sucks.
We'll be there someday. And then of course you got the haters too. That makes it worse. Like your wife or your
call
his
her
mom
ass
like,
out.
Yeah,
that's why she an ex. Okay.
Yeah.
Be coming to me with that shit.
Yeah, it sucks because then they're gonna, they all have something to say. Although let me tell you that the haters that normally come out haven't said anything to me, which is nice. But I think because they saw that game and they were like, oh shit, there's nothing you can say. This was two legit teams. Everybody said it. This was the Super Bowl matchup, and it really was the quality of. But it just didn't come out the way we wanted, and it sucks. It hurts. And those people who were cheering with us, I appreciate that kind of support. People who aren't NFL fans or who like other teams and are like, you know what? I want the Bills to win because I know how much it would mean to my friend Anthony and how much he is committed to this team and what he puts into this team. And they feel it for me, which makes me feel good because this does matter this much to me. I love the Buffalo Bills that much. People know that about me the minute they meet me or come into my house or whatever. It's part of me. So, and it always has been. And that's how all of Bills Mafia is. That's why we are Bills Mafia. And it's tough to swallow after a loss.
It's tough to swallow. So Lego my ego. Let's talk about him for a second. He's a Chiefs fan, and he's been in here a few times.
That's right.
So thank you for watching the show. I'm not even going to consider you. You're part of the Hoof family.
We're not haters, man.
We're not haters, man. I'm going to say congrats. You guys played like the better team on Sunday night. You guys won. So all the credit. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He is, and so. But I will say this. I'm gonna say this. We coming for that ass. We coming for coming for you. Like
it's there.
I'm done. Look, it hurts. It hurts, but there's a part of me. Let me just be real right now. There is a part of me when I watch this game and I take the emotion out of it and I look at, okay, from an analytical standpoint and what I've seen from this organization. And I'm not saying this is a silver lining and you guys should just feel just honky-dory. I ain't saying none of that. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, let's grieve. We're going to grieve. We're going to take this L, okay? But Josh Allen's bringing a Super Bowl to Western New York. And it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. And I will say this as well. When you talk about the most complete quarterback in the league, that's Josh Allen.
Oh, absolutely.
And there is no doubt about that.
Uh-huh.
We have one of the two best quarterbacks in the NFL, and it's not a discussion anymore. It is not a discussion. And let me show you a couple things here. I got a couple things here. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. This is the stats from Sunday night, man. Look at Josh Allen. This boy he's been cold-blooded. This game, it was like he just grew up. Like he's a different guy. I mean, the command of the offense, like watching the game, you don't really understand what he's at. You see the end result, but you don't understand what he's actually doing in real time. Pocket eye manipulation, throwing just absolute darts on the rope, impossible passes. I mean, this guy, Josh Allen, is that freaking dude. Like, he's that damn good.
Yeah.
He's that good. And when was the last time we've never, he's better than Jim Kelly. I don't care what anybody says. I love Jim Kelly, but he's better than Jim Kelly.
Oh, yeah, definitely. In terms of what he can do,
he's better. And guess what?
No question.
People are now, look, it's okay to say the Bills we will be enshrining Josh Allen in the Hall of Fame. And we get to witness this. You get to witness greatness season after season, week after week. That to me is something that you got to hang your hat on, man.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be excited.
I don't care what happens now. When Josh Allen is on the field, we have a chance to win. I don't care what happens. All your favorite defensive players are injured, out, whatever, this game. It doesn't matter. Josh Allen's still playing. We have a chance to win. Josh Allen with scrubs still has a chance to win. Josh Allen with a good roster around him, that's a Super Bowl team, right? That's a Super Bowl team. So it's just fun to know that we now have that guy, and nobody can deny it. Where's Nick Wright now, right? Where are those people?
Oh, he's come out and said that he was wrong. He gives Josh Allen all his credit,
because saying anything else would just get you dismissed completely by anyone that can, with a brain, that would consume that content. They'd just be like, okay, I can't take anything you say seriously anymore, because if 1 + 1 is 4 to you, then you're an idiot. Like, I don't know what to tell you, because this guy is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Number 2 behind Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah. And when we say he's number 2, that's to me is a stretch, because
exactly. Talent wise, what he can
there.
do, nobody can do except Josh Allen.
Okay, let's go here. Give Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, and
Travis exactly.
And an offensive minded head coach and Andy Reid. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh Allen is he has more tools in the shed than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And Mahomes has been able to execute it better with the full team.
Absolutely.
And with the experience, like you said, he's got the better coach at this point, the one with more experience. He was able to do it. It's a tough thing to accept. I mean, that's where we stand right now. When somebody says Pat Mahomes is better than Josh Allen, we don't have the ammo to say you're wrong. But we know in our heart of hearts that I'll take Josh Allen on a team any day over Patrick Mahomes on the team any day. Give me Josh Allen.
And that's
because
not a
he can
slight
do
to
the
Pat
things.
Mahomes.
It's not at all. They're this different, right? It's that close, but I'd still take Josh Allen, number one, over any other quarterback in the NFL. Over Aaron Rodgers? Come on, he's not even in the conversation. Guy cannot show up when it counts the most.
Now, Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Look. Here we go.
No.
So
miss
Aaron
me on
Rodgers
the Aaron Rodgers.
Hold on.
Regular season MVP.
Hold on. Aaron Rodgers is a special quarterback, and I'm not going to discredit.
Can't do what Josh Allen can do.
Okay, hold on, no. But I'm not going to. He's a different breed of quarterback. He's a different type of quarterback, right? I think Aaron Rodgers kind of ushered in. He's along lines of the Steve Young kind of. He can make plays, and from chaos and off script, but he's not the dual threat quarterback. He's athletic, but he's a pocket passer. He's here, right? He's the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady hybrid, right? Those guys are in the pocket. They're slow. They know how to move and adjust in the pocket and make plays and everything, pre-snap, post-snap, right? That's their pre-snap reads. That's where they excel. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, these guys are the next generational talents, man. And how great, how good does it feel to know that we're not Jets fans, we're not Dolphins fans, and we're not Patriots fans? Because we used to look at the Patriots and go, damn, we want one of those and Tom Brady. Now teams look at us and go, damn, y'all got Josh Allen. That to me is like, we've never had that kind of hope as Bills fans, ever. Never had that.
Just that the casual football fan wants to watch a Bills game. But you know what I mean? Like, if they had a choice, there's 4 postseason games on. Aaron Rodgers, I've seen a million times, but the Bills are on? I want to see Josh Allen play, and it's exciting to see. I mean, this game was like the 4th highest rated in 40 years.
Million.
42.5
million people tuned into this game. 42.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
People want to watch Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. That's the way it is. It was a great matchup, but I told you how I felt about when people after the game were like, "Wow, what a great game."
Love you too, Paul. Love you too, man.
Hey,
and that's one of the things that I love about Bills Mafia. Like, everybody is just like family, man. Like this, it's like I did not want to do the show tonight. I was very close to being like, nah, F that, dude. I can't do it.
But we have to, you got to come out. We got to do it. I'm sick and I'm still here. I mean, I'm sick physically. I'm sick from the game. But we do this. We gotta show up. We gotta talk about it.
I'm here.
It's therapy.
I'm drinking my wine tonight. I haven't drinking wine in a while.
There you go.
But tonight it's like, yo, I got to. I got to make sense of it.
I mean, it's funny because there's no doubt about it. The 2021/2 season for the Buffalo Bills was a failure. There's no other, because now expectations are we're better than this. Our goal was to at least beat Kansas City and get to the Super Bowl. We did not do that, right? And it's tough to accept that that's where the bar is now, but it doesn't mean we can't celebrate what this team did this year, but it was not good enough still. And our expectations are higher than this now, which is, again, new territory for us. Last year, my God, we were celebrating every minute of them getting this far as they did. And this year it's like, okay, we're not used to this. We didn't get to where we're supposed to be. But it was still, by all other means, a good season and lots of good things to celebrate. But it wasn't good enough. And that's the bottom line. And it's weird to talk about it that way, weird to think about it that way. My brain has not adjusted to that yet. I don't think it will until after the Super Bowl and we're into the offseason and starting to talk about, okay, what does this team need to do next and all of that stuff.
It's going to hurt every single week until somebody wins the Super Bowl, because whoever makes it to the Super Bowl that represents the AFC, let's say the Bengals or the Chiefs win they win the Super Bowl, which is possible.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to forever look at that with an asterisk and say the Buffalo Bills should be hosting or hoisting a Lombardi trophy right now.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get to the Super Bowl. It's tough. And there were things in this game that we can point to. We're going to start getting into the game. For one, Tyreek Hill's touchdown should have been a penalty for throwing up the damn deuces, right? That touchdown shouldn't have counted. Now, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but the rules are the rules. The rules are the rules.
I mean, you're right, and we know how that goes down. The refs aren't going to call shit when they need to against the Buffalo Bills, for the Bills against Kansas City. We know that. And it was clear, it's on the tape, but, don't let Tyreek Hill get loose like that. Although, my God, was the man covered in butter? Because it was really the initial contact, and that's the thing with a guy as speedy as Tyreek Hill. If he gets away from you, you're screwed. He's gone. You cannot catch him. He's much faster.
The Bills don't have the athleticism in the secondary to compete with that.
There's nobody in the NFL
has
that
in the NFL that
really
can really. I mean, he's one of one in terms of elite speed.
It looked to me like they had the right idea. Like, okay, with this guy, we got to make initial contact, and they kind of did. But then he'd be buttery, spin around, get away from him, and then he's loose. He's gone.
Not having Tre'Davious White hurt us so bad in this game because
I think, without a doubt, Trey White, we'd be winning the Super Bowl right now, no doubt.
With Trey White, you can body him up kind of with Travis Kelce. Like, you didn't need two guys to take on Kelce. Like, White could take on Kelce by himself at times, to where it frees up your linebackers and safeties to do some different things to kind of blanket Tyreek Hill and some of the other guys. Now, there are other ancillary targets like Mecole Hardman and Pringle. They didn't let those guys really get off. They were stout against the run. But Matt Milano, I wasn't a fan of Matt Milano's game.
Yeah. Same with Tremaine Edmonds. Not a great game by Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, he was just missing a few tackles behind guys who were catching the ball. It's not a good look. You're not in the right position. You're not making the right call out there. So
I've caught Milano out of place a couple times, man.
And a big part of that is no Trey White, like you said, right? Because when you have Trey White and he's going to be the guy on Tyreek or on Kelce, that makes a huge difference for what Milano has to do or what the expectations are. And same for, Edmonds, who's making the calls on defense. He knows, okay, Trey White's there. Let's do this. Here's the play. Here's what, where everybody's supposed to be. And that's just the entire game. The heartbreak is those last 13 seconds that we haven't even talked about yet.
But they put so much responsibility on those guys, so I'm not going to come down. And I'm just saying, there's a couple times where they didn't play a perfect game. They were out of position a few times, and that I get it, man. With against a team like that, you have to be on, or you'll get exposed. The coaching staff got exposed.
Oh, big time. And I miss me with all of the, oh my God, Tremaine Edmonds had such a bad game, he's worthless, get rid of him. No, that's not how any of this works. One bad game doesn't mean you suck, you're not going to play for us anymore. No, those guys are really good players. Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano, those guys had super good years. And, maybe Edmonds isn't living up to the top hype expectations, but he's still super young and he still has room to grow. We don't know. Milano certainly had a great year, even though he might not have had a good game. You can point to the cornerbacks in this game and say they weren't on their best game either, but it's a little bit of it falls on all the players, really, I would say. But you can't point at one guy and say, Tremaine Edmonds had a bad game, we need to get rid of him and find a better middle linebacker.
Oh yeah, no.
That's not the answer.
Yeah,
that's not the answer. It's better scheme, better support, better communication. I think was a problem in this game. It seemed
communication was a big problem.
Who's got these guys who were wide open? It's like, come on, you gotta. Somebody zigged when they were supposed to zag. If that guy's that's open,
But before we get into the coverages, I'm gonna come on record and say this: the Bills have to get better on the defensive line. The defensive line, man, outside of Ed Oliver, you guys they didn't play well.
missed it by this much every time.
Greg Rousseau to the rest of them, man. We have to get some juice on the defensive line. And miss me with, we need pressures.
They got pressures, a lot of them, but they couldn't get to
You
him.
can't tackle the dude.
Yeah.
Like, Patrick Mahomes is not a world beater sprinter.
No.
He's not Josh Allen, where he's just breaking tackles left and right. Like, he's tackleable, if that's a word. You got to get home.
Yeah.
You there was like, I can count at least 5 times where you had an opportunity to
early
to sack him, and you didn't do it. Jerry Hughes, man, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, everybody.
The defensive line, the defensive ends had so many missed opportunities. It's like one of the things that I brought up. I said, man, the defensive ends in this game, they have to be able to contain. If you can't contain Patrick Mahomes, you're gonna have issues. So it wasn't like Patrick Mahomes was stepping up in the pocket consistently. He was getting on the outside at will. At will. Now, I will say he had that one long run, that 42-yard run, because he stepped up in the pocket and they were playing man coverage, and he just kind of ran down the middle of the field and had that big.
And they ran into each other, which was frustrating.
But
Bills players tackling each other on the D-line.
You got Mario Addison, slow. Jerry Hughes, slow, because he's not what he used to be. You got Gregory Rousseau, he's really big, but he doesn't have quick bursts. AJ Epinesa,
he got around on one too. He was behind Patrick Mahomes.
He has a good He has a good to decent first step, but he's not going to give you straight line speed or great agility, right? You gotta get defensive ends with some juice, man.
I mean, you're not
going to. The Carolina Panthers with Sean McDermott, they had peppers. They had guys with juice. You're not going to put these slow ass defensive ends out there thinking we're going to contain Patrick Mahomes. That works with Mac Jones, right?
Not Pat Mahomes.
That ain't gonna work, Pat Mahomes.
No.
So I need the Bills. You either get me a defensive tackle with some juice. That's a one-tech defensive tackle. Yeah, now you re-sign
one tech. Oh, you need a one tech.
I want a one tech. Jordan Davis. The Bills have the 25th pick, and we're going to talk about the draft in the coming weeks. But I'm just saying, give me a Jordan Davis in the middle of this defense where you could really free up Ed Oliver. Jordan Davis he's a monster, and he's not slow. Okay, he's a physical freak. But that's just that defensive tackle. But you got to get some ends that are going to make a difference, man. Now I'm done with these tall, lanky ass, slow dudes. You got to get some guys in there with some juice. That's what you got to do. So I'm looking forward to this offseason. This is the part where I'm excited about. And there's guys, there's defensive end prospects with juice in the draft that they don't have to take one in the first round. You can get one in the second, third round. But I understand pressure is important, but you gotta start getting guys that has some bend and that can chase him down. That's what you need. So
Reptile's got a good point here. We're going to spend more resources on the D-line. That's the problem.
Yes.
The answer is yes, because that's what we need. Yes. More D-line. But
it's not
the other part of the issue is we don't have the cap space, all that. We know those issues. But Hughes is a free agent. We don't know what's happening with Addison. So that leaves 2 holes of veteran players that are upgradable. I mean, Addison had a really decent year for us this year.
Let's talk about the importance of defensive line in this scheme. Okay. The Bills, because they play so much zone coverage, you don't have to have the most athletic cornerbacks. Okay. Just because you run a 4-3 don't mean you can't get cooked.
Yeah.
Right. A 4-3 gets cooked just like a 4-6, 4-7 gets cooked. You're just going to get cooked. The way the Bills play defense, you don't have to have premier corners. He's shown that. Levi Wallace and Dane Jackson, come on, man. But you do in this defense, the way it's constructed, you need to get pressure and get home with 4. So defensive line has more of a weight in this defense than cornerbacks do. Okay? Get that. Y'all got to start thinking, man. This ain't just Sterling's opinion. This is
Certainly.
the defensive philosophy of Sean McDermott.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Defensive
cornerback
line,
is truly a need now with,
it
Levi
is.
Wallace future uncertain, right? And Trey White obviously coming back from injury. Dane Jackson's going to be there, but he's preferably the number 3 backup cornerback. Well, I mean, not counting Taron Johnson, obviously, but of those two. So cornerback is a position that's going to need to be addressed too. It's just I'm agreeing with you that it's weird to say it again. Like, didn't we just draft back-to-back D linemen? Yes, and we need more. We need ones that are different, more effective. I think they have to find a free agent that they like to take somebody like Hughes' place. But I mean, money is tight, so you got to make tough decisions.
You remember last season in the offseason, I said, hey, Trey Henderson would be a great. Remember, I was saying that people were like, no, he can't. You remember I was saying that? You remember me saying that, don't you? If you're in the chat and you're listening to me right now, go ahead and say, yes, Sterls, I remember you saying the Bills should probably make a call to Trey Hendrickson. Make a call, hell, trade for Khalil Mack before the trade deadline. Get somebody in here with some juice on the defensive line, on the edge, because they don't have it.
Do that.
They didn't. But so they got to do this in the draft. I don't know if they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to be. They're not going to be able to find that in free agency. Maybe
not unless you pay
a trade, but you don't have any cap space. So it's draft or bust. You have to go draft now.
We got a super chat here from Carl Tolman. Thank you, Carl. Thalman. Our top 6 free agents are Jerry Hughes, $10.75 million, Mario Addison, $10.15, Vernon Butler, $7.5, Emmanuel Sanders, $6, Mitch Trubisky, $2.5, Ike Bacher, $2.133. Are any coming back in 2022, and who? This is a good question.
None of those guys are coming back.
You don't think so?
No. Hughes, Addison, look, buddy, it's time to let him go. Butler, obviously, he's gone. They're not re-signing him. Emmanuel Sanders, what did you really do for me? Nothing. You didn't really do
early in the season.
If you want to come back on a reduced deal, maybe a 1-year, $3.5 million or something like that, great. Mitch is going to the Giants with Dable. Ike Bacher, I'm good with Ike Bacher. See you later. If you, I'll keep Bacher if you can get rid of Feliciano.
Sure. I'll take Bacher. Yeah,
right.
I think Bacher for the right price is the right guy, even for that amount, 2.133. Take him. We need all the offensive linemen we can get. We know he wasn't necessarily the answer we wanted, but is he serviceable? Is he a great backup to have? Hell yes, any NFL team would pay that for him, I'm sure at this point. But Mario Addison, Jerry Hughes for those prices. Certainly not. I would love to see Hughes come back for like $2.5 million, but I don't think there's any way in hell he does that.
Parker, I appreciate it, but the Bills don't have the cap space, man. They just don't.
We don't have the capital for that kind of stuff.
They don't. I mean, you can manipulate the cap, but you're going to be looking like the Saints.
Yeah,
the Saints ain't got no money. The Saints are going to call you to come play defensive line for them because they have no cap. I'm just saying, bro. It's just it's
what
tough.
happened with the Saints now.
It's tough.
Peyton walked away. Sean Payton walked away.
I know.
It's nuts. I was shocked by that today, but really not, because he looked at that roster and he's like,
"Bing bong."
I don't think we're bing bong. I don't think we're looking too hot. And obviously we don't know the whole situation. Maybe he's got family stuff or something, but I mean, he looked at that and said, I'm a Super Bowl winning coach. I coached Hall of Famer. Do I really want to start over? Let's let somebody young, new come in here and fix this problem that they got, because it's a big one in New Orleans now.
Right, he's been there.
You don't want to end up like that
since 2006.
Oh, big time.
15 years. He's been the head coach there, man. But yeah, like, he's later in his career. Why would you want to stay there and fix that? Like, I mean, he was a cause of that. But again, they put all their chips in the middle, and they went for a ring, and they got one,
and then couldn't get it after that. Yeah,
but it's hard to get to the Super Bowl and win it, man.
Yeah,
it's hard,
especially when you're going all in and you're not sustaining it. Right, that's the Rams' mechanism right now, and so far, since they did the Jalen Ramsey and the, Matthew Stafford and all these picks that they gave up, they have to win it. They have a chance still this year, but If they don't, in the next couple of years, they're going to be in the same situation.
Spin, you ain't lying.
Negative 71.
71 million. That is not a typo, folks. That's real. Negative 71 million in cap space.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Brizzy 2K has a question. He says, you think the Bills can trade for Saquon? So
I think they could.
They could. And now that you got a GM and Joe Shane and you got a Brian Dable over there, listen, they could manufacture a deal just because that's just how the NFL works, where they'd be like, bro, Brandon Bean calls out Joe Shane, like, dog, I put you on, like, let's talk about this Saquon thing. Give me a 3rd and a 4th round pick. Call it good.
Yeah, I mean, they probably would take, I think, even just a 3rd or just a 4th at this point. They Saquon, it's time for him to move on.
It's going to take a couple.
The question is, do you then have to sign Saquon and pay a running back? And I don't think, as a smart team with cap situation, do you want to pay a injury-prone running back a new contract? You know, maybe you get him for a lower price because of that.
Here's the deal. So you get a Saquon Barkley on that last year of his deal, right? Mm-hmm. See what he does. I mean, the Bills.
Yeah, that's what I think. 1 year, absolutely.
I would give up a couple picks this year and the next year for Saquon Barkley, for him to
1 year.
I mean, what he can do in the pass game, and I mean, he gets to be around the best athletic facility in the NFL. The Bills have that. That's not just us saying it. That's people around the league say, hey, the Bills have one of the best facilities where you can come and take care of your body. They really do. So it will benefit, say, a guy like Saquon Barkley to come up here and play. But I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Certainly now that, we have a connection there. Another super chat.
Walter Scale says, more talent is nothing more than cologne for the stink of below average situational coaching. So again, we talked about this earlier in the show. If the Bills had a Travis Kelce and they had a Tyreek Hill, it's over. Now, look at what Josh Allen is doing with guys like Gabriel Davis, he's a solid player, solid to good, but he's not great. I like Gabe Davis. And look at Josh Allen's elevating them.
Yes.
So I'm gonna debunk the whole situational coaching thing. Okay. Everything about Sean McDermott doesn't have late game blunders. I mean, he really doesn't. This is a guy that is so calculated and so meticulous, and in the details, those things are rare. Now, what happened on Sunday night? That's just not on McDermott. That is on them as a whole. Okay. Sometimes when you get in these situations, as you guys know from a work situation, as you guys know, when tragedy happens or when things happen that are not ideal, pressure bursts pipes is what they say. And I felt like in this game and what they did and what had happened, the pressure got to all of them. I'm talking of McDermott, Frazier, Dable, special teams coach. They didn't handle it well.
Keith Farwell, yeah.
So it's on all of them. Now, is that something that it'd be one thing if it was Andy Reid prior to a couple years ago when we all said Andy Reid was terrible at situational football late in games. He's gotten better. He's not a Mike McCarthy who's terrible at situational football right now. So yeah, they missed the mark on Sunday night. They were bad. They were bad at execution, but I'm not going to sit here and say that this is all on McDermott and
those people won't have much to say next year if we lose Frazier and Dayball as expected. I mean, that's going to be a whole new coaching staff in there, and guys are going to be moving around. Even if we hire internally, there's going to be new guys below them, and we'll see what ends up happening with that. It's in this game. Did it look like that? Certainly, it looked like coaching in the end, especially in the biggest moments, there were some blunders. But do we know that for sure? No. And is that going to make the difference? We don't know. So, I mean, our coaching staff did do a phenomenal job all around again this year. So, hating on these guys for one situation, yes, it was huge. yes, it was, the biggest moment in the biggest game of the year, but it's tough to say, oh my God, it's definitely their fault and they suck now, right? Leslie Frazier sucks all of a sudden. No, he's a really good defensive coach. And, he faced the best offensive team we've seen in a long time in the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, man. And sometimes I think this is a lesson for Frazier. I think sometimes you got to rise to the occasion, and maybe you're gonna have to change it up and go off script a little bit.
Yeah. I think the most frustrating coaching decision in this game for me was the punt on the 4th and a foot, that Sean McDermott did. I think it was in the second quarter. And I'm like, stop it. You just were aggressive, drove down the field, went for it twice on 4th down and scored a touchdown. Now it's 4th and a foot and you're punting? Stop it. Don't be stupid. And they punted. Sure enough, the Chiefs came back and scored and we were down, and it changed the momentum, I thought. But that was the most frustrating coaching decision of the week for me.
And
stick to, like you said, if you're going to be aggressive, be aggressive. It worked for you the first drive. Why slow it down after that?
Hey, there's blame that I think Josh Allen superseded some of Dable's blunders. I mean, you had Josh, there was a couple series where you ran the ball 3 consecutive times and punted. Brian Dable, you screwed up. Like, the Bills had opportunities to take more time off the clock, if anything. Josh Allen is playing all-world football. Why the hell are you running Devin Singletary? Like, that's frustrating to me.
And even that's what, I mean, 3 times Devin on 3rd down that we missed, they took the ball out of Josh Allen's hands.
Devin Singletary had 10 carries. Okay.
Yeah.
But McKenzie, that cute little sweep to McKenzie, bro. And he got it was 3rd and 2. And oh my, why?
Just getting way too creative. Yeah.
Why doesn't Josh Allen have the ball in his hands?
Yeah.
He showed
Let Josh Allen pass it forward or run it.
He was showing, bro.
Yeah. They couldn't stop Josh Allen. They could not stop Josh Allen.
Look at this.
3 times. I was like, what the heck?
1st and 10, 23-14. Look where Josh is. He's not even at the 20, and he throws a 75-yard bomb. Are you effing kidding me, dog? Why? That was so frustrating. You have the best quarterback in the NFL, and you don't even put it in his damn hands. What the hell are you thinking, man? Quit getting cute. God, that shit bothered me, dude. It bothered me so much. Bothered me. Why?
Yep. Exactly.
That's like telling Steph Curry, I know you hot, bro, but
pass it.
I'm gonna need you to hit Wiggins in the corner.
Yeah.
What the what?
That's a good analogy.
Get Gary Payton Jr.
ever. Yeah.
Let Gary Payton Jr. hit a shot down the stretch. What? Come on, dog.
Or we have you. Yeah, right. We've got the greatest shooter of all time. Let's press it inside. Yeah, we want to get into that paint with the ball. Like,
what?
That's basically
it's
that is a perfect comparison.
It's dumb.
Yeah. But I mean, again, if Dayball has had that relationship with Bills Mafia since day one. Like, we love him, we hate him, we love him, we hate him, fire him, he sucks. He's the greatest offensive coordinator. Oh, he sucks. Oh, he's the only reason Josh Allen's succeeding. We're lucky he's staying. Oh, wait, nope, he's getting fired. And now, as expected, if he gets a head coaching job, we are moving on. And we'll see for real next year if it was just Dayball's stupidity a few times or,
I love Brian Daboll, man, but sometimes he thinks too much, bro.
It's true. He tries.
Sometimes I need you to be simple, dog.
Yep. What's working? Keep doing what's
and
working.
Look,
and
Anthony,
stop doing what isn't working, right? How many times did we say, oh, it's the red zone, so we need to waste a play on a run up the middle, making 0 yards because we'd rather just do that. Let's make it 2nd or 3rd down already. Just take a knee in the end in the red zone. It's stupid.
Why did it take so long to get Ryan Bates in at left guard?
Yeah, it's an overlook too. That's an overlook.
Those are the things I get mad about. The offense could have been playing this level all year. Why are we still working around a 2-back system? Moss can't play. It's obvious. Let's call it what it is. Moss is not a good running back. Devin Singletary's average. He's average. Why are we still trying to get two guys so you wasted a whole year of Devin Singletary because you're trying to get Moss carries. You want to develop Cody Ford, who's showing you he ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
But Rick Bates can play every position on the offensive line, and he just now got left guard at the end of the year. Those are the kind of coaches' decisions that I'm mad about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's stuff that affected us down the stretch. I'm going to kill this one right here. I've seen it a couple times now in this chat and everywhere on Twitter. Fournette is a free agent. The Bills are not spending that kind of money on a running back. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Jesus Christ Superstar, right? The Buffalo Bills are not signing a running back. Get that out of a big name running back for big money. You know, Jerick McKinnon, I heard some people saying, oh, what about him? Did you like his performance? That's about the level of guy we could look at to bring in. You know, we brought in Matt Breida this year. That's just where the salary's at. So you can dream about, you know, what if we got Leonard Fournette or, you know, whatever. Trading for a guy like Saquon, yes, but Leonard, that's stupid talk. I'll kill it right there. It's not logical. It's not logical talk.
Hold on, though. Here's where I'm going to challenge.
It's not going to happen. We're not.
Let me challenge your thinking now. Let me challenge your thinking now hold on. Hold on before you go off on me. Hold on. Let me challenge you for a second. Tom Brady. Okay. Players want to go play with a guy like Tom Brady, and they'll take less money to do it. That's all I'm saying. They will.
Is he taking $1 million?
I don't know, but
he's going to get paid.
Hold on. Leonard Fournette's not a premier running back, so he doesn't have the buying power, the asking power to get that big money. All I'm saying is you're going to start seeing guys take lesser money to play with Josh Allen because he's that special.
Certainly, but what's less money? $5 million? That's too much. They're not paying a running back $5 million.
That's not $5 million is not a lot of money.
I know it isn't. That's what I'm telling you. That's already way too much that the Bills are not simply not going to ever spend on a running back right now. It's not happening.
You're wrong on that. That's okay.
No,
but
$10 million is getting paid this offseason. He's going to get like a 3-year, $8 million per year deal. The Bills are not paying that.
Who paying that? Wegmans?
Right. Not the Bills.
Nobody's paying that. Watch. You'll see.
He's going to get money.
Ain't nobody paying it.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
But all I'm saying is, I think in free agency, I think you're going to see guys take lesser money to play with Josh Allen. He's that special.
Sure.
And you're going to, because you want to win a championship.
Yeah.
Carl Tomlin back again says we need to protect our $258 million man, beef up the O-line.
Exactly.
We need to use our top pick to get Ike McQuanu never mind, we have Cody Ford. So let me break this down for you. Ike McQuanu is not coming to Buffalo. He's not getting out of the top 5, let alone the top 10, because he's that special. Now, there are guys. This draft is loaded with offensive and defensive linemen, which is really good. So if you are Brandon Beane, if you want to get cute and you want to go with a wide receiver round 1 and get your beef guys 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, you could do that. You can afford to do that because there's a lot of depth there. Now you have your cream of the crop guys. Right? I think there's like 5 offensive linemen that I think are really, really good. Okay. And then you have some really good depth guys that are instant starters that you could go get. So guys like Brandon Scherf, he's going to be too much money. Okay. You're going to have to, I think you roll the dice. You roll the dice with Ryan Bates at left guard, but you draft the guy maybe in the 3rd round.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got to draft. I would go earlier. 2nd round. We learned our lesson.
If Tyler Linderbaum is there in the 1st round at 25, you run that. You go get him, right? There's if you want to go get a Kenyon Green in the 1st round, by all means, go do that. Okay. Darian Kennard is a 1st round guard, in my opinion. Go do that. But I agree. Offensive, defensive line have to be the priorities this offseason, not only in free agency, if you can get some bargain deals, but also in the draft. Now, we have a GM that we know he's really good at going to do those things. We can make that happen. We can make those things happen. But I think there's something to be said about getting another weapon, okay, named a wide receiver in round 1. I think, I'm going to be coming out with the Making the Case series again this year. I think the Bills need to a wide receiver, you could go get a good wide. You need another wide receiver. I think it's time for Beasley to go or restructure. Emmanuel Sanders, you got to go because you're not going to spend, unless he takes a reduced deal. But again, he's older. So you need to keep stacking the cupboard with guys for Josh Allen. You have to. Because what you saw down the stretch and in the playoffs, we can have that every single effing week. Why wouldn't you do this? Josh Allen is elevating below to average talent into really good talent, Diggs excluded. That doesn't mean that you shortchange him and just put shit out there. You need to go get premium guys so you could take the pressure off of Josh Allen. That's where we're at now. Now we have to work to take the pressure off of Josh Allen. You need to get a running back that can get 2 yards. You need to get a running back that has speed to get around the edge. You need to get a running back that teams have to plan for. Now, I'm not saying go get a first-round running back, but damn it, you got to get somebody that when a defensive coordinator is looking at your offensive game plan for the week, they go, oh, shit, we got to account for that guy. I'm not saying in the first round, but you got to get somebody. And I'm tired of them putting fodder back there. Like, put somebody back there who can make something happen. Make somebody miss and get a damn first down.
Wide receiver is going to be another position that we have to talk about this offseason because Emmanuel Sanders is a free agent. We don't know what's going to happen with the Cole Beasley situation with his contract. Diggs isn't going anywhere, but those other guys, it's questionable. Gabe Davis certainly stepped up, but as you said, is he the number 2 guy? Yes, he's shown he can do some things there, but I still want them to draft a wide receiver. I would have been okay with it last year.
It would be really nice to see.
I think they need to now. It's a
first
need.
round, Treylon Burks. Oh, shit. I'd be like, Jahan Dotson. Oh, I'd be like excited. I would be really excited because now we're talking. You got a guy, you throw Jahan Dotson in here. Whew.
Give me one of those receivers.
Think about this.
I'd eat him up.
Think about this. This is what you can do. Let's play the scenario out. Let's walk down the Jahan Dotson train. Okay. You get Jahan Dotson. He is Emmanuel Sanders 2.0, but what more juice? He's faster than Emmanuel Sanders. Okay. The man can jump. He can high point the ball. He's a really good route runner. Gabe Davis has emerged. So you can keep Gabe Davis as a number 2 / slot receiver. I think Gabe Davis can play in the slot. If you want to throw a couple bones to Isaiah McKenzie to keep him here, do that, right? So you get Jahan Dotson, you got 4 good wide receivers. Diggs, Dotson, Davis, McKenzie. Or if you want to go get a Treylon Burks is something that we haven't had. Treylon Burks is a 6'4" wide receiver. I think he's 6'4". He's big, strong after the catch, high points the ball. Throw it to him short. He gonna give you 4 or 5 yards. Rack that, and he's great throwing the ball deep. He is a physical specimen. He's DK Metcalf light. Okay, he's special. Get a guy like that to complete your wide receiver room.
I would love that.
I would love a Treylon Burks over a Jahan Dotson because of what his skill set he brings to the table.
Again, it's about who's going to be available, and we got a lot to talk about in terms of positions, but that is another one that I would be like, yes, please sign me up for a wide receiver in round 1. If there's one there, I'd take it. Offensive line, we cannot preach that one enough. We've been talking about it all year, but there's lots of capabilities here, especially after this heartbreaking game.
And when we're looking at offensive line, I think you need to get some guys in here with some athleticism. I think that's the theme with a guy like Josh Allen. You need guys in here with athleticism. Bates gives you some of that. Morse gives you some of that. Spencer Brown is the best athlete in the NFL practically. Deion Dawkins is a good athlete. So continue bringing guys in here on the offensive line that got some juice to them. Because it works out. Get a running back that has some juice. Keep Singletary, but Moss got to go. I'm sorry, but The Moss experiment is done for me.
Moss is only 2 years in, so it's harder, but you never know.
You can get a mid to late round running back for
Sure.
what the Bills need to do. You don't have to spend
Agreed.
high assets on that this year. There's not a lot of great running backs. It's not a great running back class, but there's solid to good running backs in this class.
Yeah. Okay? Find the right guy. Find the right guy for your situation and don't overdraft him.
Find a toolsy running back with some juice, some speed. If you want to get him a guy that a real short yardage guy, I think Devin Singletary showed you he's okay in short yardage situations. Right. But if you want to get a more complete guy, you can find that. Or you want to get a guy that's going to test the edges of the defense where you don't have to use McKenzie and doing all that cute.
And we're seeing a lot of parity at that position, which I think is important, right? Especially from the draft. The guys who were drafted in the first and second round, they're supposed to be more legit, but are they then the guys who were drafted in the fourth round at this point? There's a lot to be said there still. It's they have a different skill set. That's why they were drafted where they were. Right. But I think you can find the next number one running back in the fifth round of an NFL draft, and it's not a stretch.
Yeah. There was guys that nobody even heard of.
Yeah,
this year that had an impact. So they're there. You're this is where more than ever before with the Bills, they have to really trust their scouting department. You really have to trust what your scouting department is saying. Yeah. But now you have to draft some offensive players. You got to. You can't just go defense, man. You got to do that. You got it, and I'm not talking about. I don't want to see no more late round wide receivers, bro. I'm sorry. Right. Like, I love Gabe Davis.
We've got a lot of guys on the practice squad with potential, don't we?
Hodgins, Stevenson. Go get somebody.
Stevenson was for a reason, though. We knew he was going to be the return guy.
But he's still a draft asset, late round.
Yeah, we needed that. That was different than like a Hodgins. Hodgins was just because they thought he was good enough.
Go get me a first 3 rounds. Go get me a wide receiver. Get Josh Allen a weapon. I think he's shown he deserves that at least.
Yep.
Or if you're going to find somebody in free agency that you don't have money for, unless they work some miraculous deal, some cap manipulation, then okay, great. But find Josh Allen. He needs a veteran, another veteran, and a young prospect. They need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I don't want to ruin or spill the beans on all the offseason talk that we got.
Exactly. We got a lot. I'm excited to bring that after,
So we're gonna do that. And just we kind of hit it all. I feel a lot better coming in here talking about this with you guys, and really hashing it out, the feelings and so forth. I know Eric couldn't be here tonight because he's just struggling, man. This stuff really it hurts him. He's got a work thing going on, but I talked to him before the show, man. He's struggling. Eric takes this a lot harder than I think. Well, we all do.
And Eric, he nailed it. He nailed it twice. I was like, oh my God. Eric's not even right once, he's right twice. Josh Allen came down and scored twice under 2 minutes to win the game.
Twice.
And it wasn't good enough.
Wasn't good enough. 13 seconds will forever be etched.
Oh God. My wife asked me, like, because I'm sick, she's like, do you need anything? Can I get you anything? And I'm like, yes. Delete 13 seconds in time. Just delete it. That's all I need. Just make that 13 seconds have not existed. And then, boom, I'd be in a lot better mood and probably feeling a lot better. So, it's tough. 13 seconds and you let him come down the field and kick a field goal. Unbelievable.
That's tough. Unbelievable. It's tough. It's tough to stomach, man. It's tough to stomach. I will never forget this moment. But this is going to make, and I know this sounds so stupid, but this is going to make, when we do get over that hump, the mountaintop, it's going to make it a lot sweeter. And the cool thing also is we get to play the Chiefs in the regular season, which the game, when we come in here next season and talk about the Chiefs game, we're like, this don't mean nothing.
Don't matter. We already beat you in the regular season.
I don't care.
I don't care if they beat us by 60. Does not matter. Insignificant.
But it is a test to see where are we. It's a good test to see where we are. So wherever they place them in the regular season, that's going to be nice. But and I'll say this before we get off of here, Anthony. This is a good lesson for Josh Allen, the rest of this team, and the coaching staff. You cannot F around in the regular season.
That's right.
You need to put your effing throw on these teams and put them away quick and early.
I led with. I led with that, right?
Quit fumbling with the effing these line, these substitutions and trying this and this and that. Quit getting cute. Get here in the regular season and beat their ass. So everything goes through Western New York to get to the Super Bowl, because Patrick Mahomes has never played a damn road playoff game. It's always at home. Always. Pat always plays at home.
That's what I led with, right? Because I'll think about this, though. I'll end with this positive, at least. Look at the divisions in the AFC, right? Look at the teams in the Chiefs division. You've got the Chargers, who are an up-and-coming team. Just missed it this year. You got the Broncos, who are a quarterback away and could be a really competitive team. They're getting a new coach. They're getting new ownership. There's questions there. That division is getting way more competitive. Now look at the AFC East. It's a joke. It's a joke. The Patriots are not contending with anyone. I don't care what they do this offseason. It's a joke. The Bills are running the AFC East. All right? So that is a positive thing for us when it comes to the scope of the AFC. The Chiefs are going to have more competitive games that they might lose during the season. Doesn't mean they will, but they might, which puts us in better position to hopefully get the home field advantage that we missed this year by screwing it up in those games that mattered most and botching it in those close plays. Like you said, you got to tighten up on those things.
Yeah.
And it's, and the other narrative I think that we didn't touch on from this game is the overtime rules. And a lot of people talking about the overtime rules. We all know the NFL sucks. I don't care if it was this game. I don't care if it was 10 years ago when the Bills never made the playoffs. This rule has always sucked. It's always sucked. You lose the coin toss, you lose the game. It shouldn't be that way. Watching college football overtime is exciting as heck. I love it. I don't care what the final score ends up being. It's just exciting as heck to watch. The NFL needs to come around to that. And this is another game that scores in that, checks that box. I'm not with the fans who are like, oh my God, it's heartbreaking. No, we know the rules coming in. And I think Josh Allen said it best when he said, if that were us, we'd be celebrating too. So, it's just a matter of the way the rules are. They suck. It's stupid. NFL needs to fix it. Will they? Well, they got a lot of other problems like that too. Let's start with the refs and, go from there. I think that would help the NFL more. So you gotta fix the problems. You gotta fix those problems.
Yeah,
big picture NFL problems.
For sure.
That's not why we lost.
That's not why we lost.
It's not why
we didn't execute.
Exactly.
The defense didn't show up. Well, I mean,
when it mattered.
The Patrick Mahomes is special. The Chiefs offense is
Tyreek
special.
Hill,
So it's hard to say the defense didn't show up, but man, dude, it's just tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna sit here and put all the on the defense, but damn,
lots of blame to go around. And like I said, lots of you got to make it up to Josh Allen. You know that. When Josh Allen made that first touchdown in under 2 minutes and his eyes were bulging out of his head as he's screaming, hyping up guys on the sideline, I was like, that is beast mode, Josh Allen, right there. His eyes were literally bulging out of his head like I've never seen before as he's screaming at guys and getting hyped on the sideline. And yet, what happened? They let him down. I don't know how they look at him and say, like, dude, you could not have done anything different. There's nothing Josh Allen could have done different.
Right. No, there isn't. And now it's all hindsight because the season's over. So let's, make sure you guys do us a solid favor, man. Like, follow, and subscribe. There's only a few likes in here. Can y'all just like it? If you're on YouTube, like it real quick. That'd be great. It really does help us out. Kind of give you guys an idea of what's going to be happening moving forward with the Hoof podcast. We're going to take a couple weeks to break. After the Super Bowl is when we're going to kick things off. So we're going to take next Tuesday and the following Tuesday to kind of, we got some preparation to do as far as draft stuff and off-season work to, kind of get, that stuff never stops for me, but for our show and our production and what we're doing, we're not going to be here for the next few weeks. So, because it's hard to just watch other teams play, and the Bills are not even in the conversation. Yeah. So, but with that being said, we're going to be here the rest of the season. I'm still gonna do my Making the Case series. That's just audio. That's gonna be a podcast later. We'll talk about that, and we're gonna get into draft stuff.
Yeah, we all did that last year, and it was great. We're definitely going to do that again because it worked out well. We all did position by position, and you'll hear from each one of us at least a week. Some of them we'll do together. We'll still be giving you content. That's what matters the most. We're still putting it out.
So make sure you tune in, but keep it locked here on the Cover One Network, man. This has been a fun season. We're still on Twitter. You can find Anthony over there, Anthony Romeo NY. Me, Ferrell Sterling. If you want to chop it up, hit me in the DMs or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna need some time to like recoup after this Bills loss. But in the meantime, man, we just want to say thank you for all your support this season. And as we move forward here, we look forward to seeing you guys here in a few weeks. So with that being said, go Bills. And we